Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
Yeah, like I make money and like I have everything I want. I mean, I have like an apartment, I have a great car, I have like, I can't really complain, but there's still like emptiness inside of me sometimes. And I've honestly been feeling, I feel like I'm gonna start crying. I am gonna start crying. I've been feeling super weird lately, like, these past 2 days, I've been like really emotional and I don't know why. I got off my period, so I'm like, it can't be that.
Feminism doesn't tell women this side of independent women. Crying confession. Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. This is not a diss video. I repeat, this is not a diss video. Matter of fact, I would like to commend the creator of the videos that we are highlighting today because we can learn from them. If you want to protect yourself, you need to know what to protect yourself from. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. She's showing us the truth instead of this fairy tale these feminists are selling these women. Get ready for your red pill vitamins. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do. Because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
I feel like I've been feeling really like I'm in my own bubble and like nobody knows I exist. And like obviously I do have like my internet friends and everything, but like in the real world I feel like I don't have anybody right now. Oh my god, people are staring at me. This is so embarrassing. Oh my god, I think I have to leave the parking lot, the Target parking lot, because I'm like me crying in the car and complaining that people are staring at me, like, bye. But no, let me calm down so I don't look all crazy. Just like these past few days, I've been feeling really like alone and antisocial. And I'm usually always like this, but these past days it's been like super like intense. And then I feel like I brought this upon myself.
Accountability, fellas. With women, it usually comes with tears. Kryptonite it is.
Because I feel like I push everyone out of my life and then I complain that I don't have any friends and like I don't have anyone to talk to when I'm the one who like got rid of everyone. Like I can't talk to anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to like be in a relationship even though I'm lonely, but like I don't want to have a boyfriend, but like I don't want to talk to my friends and I don't want to talk to my mom and I don't want to talk to anyone, but like I feel lonely as f. So I'm like, what do you want? I don't even know what I want. I don't know what's going up in my own head.
You can thank feminism for that. And all that feel-good Kool-Aid you've been drinking with the sisterhood. Women are not doing what nature has created them to do. You're not supposed to be alone. Humans have an inherent need for connection with others, and companionship can give us a sense of belonging, support, and security. She's crying because she's going against the grain. Her system is telling her she needs to procreate, start a family, and build deeper connections, but her feminist programming is telling her that she doesn't need a man and she needs to focus on her career or job because she needs to be independent. That's why it's hard to talk to people, because you don't want people to know that you're struggling, especially when you put up this front of strength and independence. That's why her system is crashing. It has a breakdown. Check this out.
An Aquarius moon, and like I feel like I'm like Trisha Paytas. Like I'm everywhere and I don't know how I feel ever. And like my brain is in shambles. I don't know.
One more thing. It's easier for her to talk to a camera than to talk to a real person. Internet friends, she called it. This is why there is a loneliness epidemic, because internet friends are the standard these days. Sometimes it's not what we say or do, but our physical presence and the energy we bring to a situation that can make a difference. Our presence can communicate empathy, understanding, and a willingness to listen and support. It can also provide a sense of security, especially in situations where someone feels vulnerable or afraid. That's why we need fathers to be in the house. It's not just about money. Let's take it a step further.
So from Thursday to Sunday, I was able to make 5,100, around that number. It's not a perfect number. Some nights I made a little bit more, like $100 more, $100 less, but 5,100 is kind of like my number right now of the week. So I'm gonna go to work today because rent is due tomorrow and my rent is pretty expensive. So I need to go work because half of that money, a little bit more than half of that money, is going to my rent. So I need to go to work today, even though I'm super tired. I feel like I've been working a lot, but I'm just gonna go.
This woman is a stripper and now she does OnlyFans. She's making pretty good money. Gender pay gap, anyone? But what these feminists won't tell you is that you have to go out there and make that money again and again and again and again. It doesn't stop. Most people will never retire early. You have to keep on working, even if you're tired, even if you do not like your job, which is usually the case. These feminists were telling these women that men were just having a ball when they were working themselves to death to support their families. Men are made to work. Men are made to handle pressure and high levels of stress. Put women in the same circumstances and you get different results.
Please do not. I don't know if it's the freaking season, like Christmas is coming up and all that, so it's like getting cold, it's getting darker, out faster. But I've been feeling really depressed lately, and I feel like I always say this, like when I was crying in the car in that one video, like I was like so depressed, but then it kind of like went away and then it kind of comes back, and right now I feel like I'm in a slump again and I don't know what to do, so I'm feeling frustrated. I obviously don't want to feel like this, but I have like no motivation. Does anyone else feel like that? I don't know.
Affirmative. A lot of women feel like this. 1 in 4 women are on antidepressants, an all-time high. She has the money, the house, the car, all the things that feminism says would make her happy. Yet, she is depressed because the money train cannot stop and the fairy tale is not complete without Prince Charming. Now here is what feminism is not telling women about Prince Charming.
You know what I mean? Also, I'm like, am I depressed because I still am single? Because my standards are like, and sometimes I'm like, should I lower my standards because I'm feeling a little bit lonely right now? But then I'm like, no, never. You can't think like that. Still single, not really ready to mingle.
This is pure gold. Her standards are unrealistic. In the beginning of that video, she talks about quitting as a stripper, not wanting to be associated with stripping. Stripping is not respected. There is no honor in wifing a stripper. Her standards are high. So are the standards of the man she wants. Now, if a stripper, an OnlyFans content creator, already has unrealistic expectations, what do you think other women have? It's no coincidence that 45% of women are predicted to be single and childless by 2030. What feminism does not tell these women is that the higher they climb the ladder, the smaller their chances become of finding a man who earns the same or more. And women refuse to date down. That's why depression and loneliness will only increase in the future. We haven't even mentioned the women who enter into a relationship with a man that makes more than them and expect that man to pay her bills and all that dating foolishness under the guise of independence. But that's for another video.
Like when you work really hard towards your goals and your dreams, it's kind of like going up a mountain. And it sounds corny or like cliche, but it's true. Like you're working towards this mountain and sometimes you shed things off. You shed friends, or they'll leave you. Climbing towards this mountain and you look down and you're like, oh shit, I don't have anyone, but like I'm working hard towards what I want. But you look back and no one's there anymore. And I feel like that's the best way I can explain it.
Manosphere reworking. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.